Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but that intro gets me hyped.
Me too.
It's just like dun, 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 dun. I'm like, yes.
Makes me want to rage.
It makes me want to go to California and start fire. I'm sorry. I mean, riot. It's what it makes me want
to riot.
Start a riot.
Burn down stuff, you know?
No, it don't.
No.
We are not like the clowns in Los Angeles. Okay.
Caveat: they're not clowns, because clowns have better decency than
and clowns are entertaining.
They're nothing but a bunch of feckless, baseless, rabid monkeys. That's what they are.
Are you ever going to get a full again? You mean a full what? Full panel? We is full.
Mm-hmm.
3 is free. 4 is more, but we ain't got 4. This is what we got. We're working what we got. Kimchi Lee. I like that one. I like Kimchi Lee.
Oh, that's so right there.
Oh, Kimchi Lee.
Oh, Kimchi Lee.
Well, we had said, and bro reminded me that we did, and I remember, I just can't remember which episode we said this in, but we said, wait till the summer, and you're going to see a whole bunch of stupid stuff kick off. What happened? Okay.
It's summer.
All right. They decided to kick it off. I'm going to give you my take on what I think should happen. It completely is not what bro, and I doubt is what Lee would do. But I'm a fatalist, okay? I am a fatalist, and I'm all from 0 to 100 like that. Like that. I don't have a chill in between level. Okay, like if I say run and find out, and you around, the next step isn't I told you you'd find out, it's just find out. That's me. Okay.
So find out on principle, regardless.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey mom, in case you're late to the game, which seems it might be, Mr. White Ball guy had some family issues he's attending to and still attending to that. And whenever he comes back to the podcast, he comes back. The other black version of him also took a position as a assistant pastor, and we're fine with that. And so it's just going to be we 3 wise men, and we're good with that too. So we hear either way. So it's an interesting situation right now. California, at least Los Angeles, is looking like an absolute hellhole. And the biggest problem is that the governor of California is an absolute waste of space.
Yep.
Complete an absolute waste of space. So people had cornered Mr. Trump to ask him a couple of questions, and to start things off, let's hear what he done gone and say.
Gavin Newsom he's daring Tom Homan to come and arrest him. Should he do it? I would do it if I were Tom. I think it's great. Gavin likes the publicity, but I think it would be a great thing. He's done a terrible job. Look, I like Gavin Newsom. He's a nice guy, but he's grossly incompetent. Everybody knows.
I like how that compliment sandwich.
That backhand.
He's a nice guy, but pow!
he's incompetent, but a nice guy, you know. Oh man!
Look, you can't deny.
No,
Gavin is engaging. Okay, y'all. Look, we might not like the guy the same way like Obama. You can say what you want about him being illegitimate, completely true, but he was a charmer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he is by definition, nice guy. Idiot, nice guy. Incompetent, nice guy. Marxist, nice guy.
So 2 things can be true at the same time.
They can be true. Okay? Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
All we know is that for what we can see, Trump is right. He probably does need to be arrested, because you allow this kind of, they love to talk about insurrectionists and insurrection. This is what we call a feudal insurrection. It's not at the Capitol, and this is something that's happening on the streets where actual people can be harmed, and people have been.
Yeah,
we'll be showing you some footage now, and it makes no sense how this is being allowed. But again, they have a track record of what letting this happen. When you look at what happened with the George Floyd riots,
right?
Kenosha was pretty much burned to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore, A lot of places were just destroyed. Seattle,
St. Louis.
yeah, Portland, you name it. Places were just decimated because of this. So it's not far-fetched that they will continue to do it. Here we go.
Moving in on horseback, firing rubber bullets at protesters, moving them on through the heart of LA.
Rubber bullets, huh? Yeah.
Oh! Oh, that stung. That definitely stung.
You know what I like most about it? It's how she's acting like it's supposed to be peaceful,
Yeah.
right?
That
No,
part,
don't be flinching now. Don't be flinching. No, don't flinch. It's peaceful. This is what y'all said about the whole situation with Kenosha. It's mostly peaceful.
Right.
Peaceful.
Theory, but mostly peaceful.
Yeah. You know the beauty of it? It looked like that officer aimed directly at her. If you go back, it looked like he was like, oh, mostly peaceful though. Hey. Those are mostly peaceful police officers also.
I mean,
We
look,
want to throw out mostly peaceful, you know?
It was a mostly peaceful rubber bullet.
Yeah, it was mostly peaceful.
Don't worry about it. It only hurts temporarily, peacefully.
Yeah, peacefully.
you'll have a peaceful welt on your leg.
Yeah.
Fine.
And this is what they're doing peacefully. Now, this is supposed to be peaceful.
Yeah.
People understand. The cops are down below. Okay? Rioters up above. Here we go.
Is
Say it.
required by the law enforcement people. They have to be treated medically if they're hurt or if they are complaining of injury. And it is
whoa.
it's very difficult.
Are those rocks falling?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh, no. Couldn't possibly. They just dropped their cell phones. It's cell phones.
Peaceful rocks.
Medically if they're hurt or if they are complaining of injury. And
that's a rock. Oh,
it's a
another
very
one.
difficult endeavor.
Your reaction,
why are you panning away? Don't pan away.
Andy, we're watching live. I don't know how well you can see it from your vantage point, but we're watching live as we're seeing objects being thrown from protesters.
Objects?
Just objects.
Objects.
And
Now,
in fact,
I remember.
I've actually seen footage of them literally ripping bits and pieces of concrete and garden
crashing
stone.
into it. Yes. Do you guys remember J6? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When they were saying stuff, they were like, look at them wielding this and throwing this, and it was all definitive stuff, right?
Mhm.
Terms.
Yes.
Weapons, they had they were armed insurrection. There was a whole thing, right?
Right.
Mhm.
When these guys are throwing obvious rocks, objects.
Yeah.
Right.
They're setting cop cars on fire and they're calling it campfires for s'mores. Oh, look at those nice little campfires over there. It's not a cop car in blaze. It's just campfires for them to keep warm at night.
Kumbaya and all.
Kumbaya.
Of the bye with the ya. But I'm pretty sure I saw what I saw. Didn't I saw it? I saw it.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's continue watching Dorsaurus.
Down onto the freeway where officers are staged. What does this look like to you?
Well, in my point of view, there should be officers deployed that take those individuals into custody and charge them with the felony crimes that they should be charged with. And anybody that interferes with those arrests, they need to go as well. It's time to
Say it.
have people pay the penalty for what they're doing.
And what are and what are they doing? You see, even when he's calling something out, they refuse to say why is he afraid? Because he knows it could have backlash on him personally.
Yeah.
These are the people that will come find your home.
Yep.
Okay? Crazy.
Dropping objects onto police officers.
Rocks, stone, heavy stones, windshield breaking size stones. You can say it, buddy. Get it out.
Yeah,
is simply.
What?
Wouldn't those rocks, stones, cement blocks be considered a deadly weapon?
Absolutely.
Yes, they should
Okay.
be. Yes, you would think so.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. Like, I'm honestly baffled.
Something that should not be acceptable. And I'm telling you that somebody's going to be taking a live round if they're trying to kill a cop. It's going to happen. And this is a situation that needs to be handled and needs to be handled quickly and efficiently.
And those are rocks. We see a number of good-sized rocks down there on the freeway. At least one back windshield looks to me to be smashed in. A number of those officers.
And now, mind you, this is Cali. They can't even offload on these people.
Nope.
Now imagine, because I remember hearing a story some time ago of a lady driving in her car with her husband, and these young boys were throwing rocks off the overpass. You remember this story?
I do. Yep. I do.
And it wasn't even the big size. I guess the stone was about this big. Okay. And it went through her windshield and destroyed her face. She died on the spot.
I remember that.
Okay.
I do too.
So murder is what that would. Now imagine one of these officers getting smashed. Now they have over the head protection, but these things are coming at an angle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine one of those jagged concrete bricks smacking an officer in the face to a brain contusion.
Mm-hmm.
And you're over there hiding faces, and none of these people will probably end up getting charged at all.
Nope.
What does it look like?
You say
No,
something?
No.
Okay.
Does it look like they might be gathered where they are simply so that they can be underneath the overpass and out of harm's way for any projectiles that may come down at them?
You think?
Yes, that's
look like they're
exactly.
in proximity to them, though.
Yeah, that is why they're under the overpass, is to protect them from, being pummeled by a large object. But and here's the thing: police can't and won't use deadly force in a situation involving property damage. That is not something that's in the rule book here. It would have to be them facing physical danger.
What do you think that is, you dipstick? How retarded are these people?
This is Fox.
Look. That is them in imminent physical danger, you retard. That's what this is. They should be able to open up on these people. Mm-hmm. All it would take is one, get capped in the knee, kidney shot, they're going to stop throwing rocks real fast.
Yep.
What do you mean they need to be in danger? They are in danger. Like some of y'all never fell out of a tree. Some of y'all never got hurt as children. Like y'all never threw rocks around people before. It only takes a pebble-sized rock like this to do some damage.
Yes, sure does.
These things they're throwing glass-sized boulders at these people. What do you mean physical? They're in physical danger right now.
And the one reason they're doing it is because they've always been allowed to do it. You got to think of every protest, every time these people riot. These people riot when the Dodgers win. These people riot when the Lakers win. And they're allowed to do this. They've been allowed to do stuff like that. Wreak havoc on a city and nothing happens. So they understand what they're doing. They understand they're going to get away with it. And they're going to continue to do it until, like Marna stated, until somebody takes one to the chest. And you're going to see it stop real quick.
Mm-hmm.
That is craziness. That is insanity that fool just said that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's literally the definition of a brainless, vacuous skull talking.
Remember, these are journalists.
Talking head.
From death or serious bodily injury. That's the criteria.
Looks like they're moving, and if you can watch this live. This is viewer discretion advised. We don't exactly know what's going to happen here. But if you can, walk us through what you're seeing. What does it look like these officers? It looks like they're trying to get out from underneath the overpass, perhaps move away from the debris that are being thrown down at them at this point.
Debris.
Well, it appears that they're using some low lethality rounds to shoot above where the objects are being thrown from. They're clearly being deployed to do something, but I don't know what that something is.
What the what?
And
they're being deployed to die, apparently, because they're just showing up to say, we're here.
I don't know, man. The goal is right there. First off, you got to close the distance. And the way they're set up, they have no one even up there on that upper level. So those guys are like just down there taking whatever they have to take. There's nobody up there to kind of, flank them or do anything else to get them guys off that bridge. So I have no idea what they're really doing right there. They're just running out in the open, just lottie-dottie rocks.
That is the most pointless positioning you can go to, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
You're in the position right now where all the danger is on your end. You're not on level ground. You ever heard the term get to the high? Even with freaking Star Wars. Don't do it, Anakin. I have the high ground. Stupid Anakin jumped and goes, worm, 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 worm. Now he's in the fire getting all burned up.
Yeah, no legs.
Yeah, these morons are down there. I'm sure I got the angle. I'm under the bridge. We got him surrounded. You done it like a fool because you know why? Your whole department in California are fools because y'all don't actually enforce nothing. You're there to what? To do what exactly? What I want to know what you're gonna do from down there. You can't see who throw it. You can't arrest anybody who throws it. You can't stop them from throwing it. It's almost like they set themselves up for that.
Why would you go under that bridge? I have no idea. Why would you get stuck under that in that position and just sit there looking up, not making any decisions? It's like, what are we going to make a decision here? Or are we going to sit here? Just sit here under this bridge? Let's make a decision. You know what I mean? Some of you guys move this way. Some of us move this way. The rest of you cover us while we move. You start popping up whatever non-lethal you have while we maneuver around. You have to make a decision because the longer you sit there, the more people are going to be on top of you at that point. Then you'll really be stuck.
Honestly, I don't understand what's happening down there. And I guess he's this next deployment of people that are going down there. I don't know what exactly they're going to do either. The cops can't do anything, obviously, because they're under the state law. The only way to do it would be the National Guard, and it depends on what they're told to do. I do hope they're given the right to use lethal force, and I do mean that. I hope they're given the right to do lethal force. Here's why: they're going after buildings that have nothing to do with ICE. They're going after people that have nothing to do with ICE. They're attacking people that have nothing to do with deportations. If these people go and feel froggy enough to harm others, I hope that authorities are given the okay to put some people down. Like I told you, look, many people aren't ready to see somebody fall down in front of them expired. It changes your mind super quick. Okay, so one or two falling down with near lethal wounds, watch all of them dissipate and start screaming, they're killing us. Yeah, we are. So you're gonna stop now? Throw one more rock. Please throw one more rock and let me put one through. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, do it. No, go. You feel you good, right? Go ahead and throw one more. And make sure you throw it at me so I have exact reason to do something to you. Go ahead. All it will take is a few y'all to go down. Y'all gonna run. Dissipate real quick. And then you're going to go after somebody else and just arrest all of them. Round them up. I say you get the National Guard, block off the streets where they are, and just close in on them and arrest every last one of them. Even if you got to put some of them outside the country to hang out until you're ready. Apparently, that's what they want. This is how they talk about it, though.
Hopefully the situation doesn't escalate, that the protests remain peaceful.
Remain peaceful. Wouldn't something have to be that for it to remain that?
Yes.
Okay.
Martin, remember, this is their same playbook. Every time there's a protest, every time there's a riot, it's the same talking point. Mostly peaceful. And we're sitting here looking at it like, what are they talking about? There's people over there that we know in California that are saying, no, it's not. Mostly peaceful. Mostly peaceful. And we know it's not.
But see, it's not even that. It's the conflation of the fact that there might be some people who are legitimately protesting, which is fine. It's your right to do so. But when you conflate them with the people who are throwing the rocks, and then you're calling them peaceful, and they're the ones setting cars on fire, and you're calling them peaceful. That's what we have a problem with. But to lump protesters together with individuals who commit arson and acts of terror, like the way these monkeys are, like you can't conflate it. And then when you do, you definitely definitely lump the good with the bad, and then that's when you get, that's when mistakes happen. But the fact that these people condone that kind of nonsense is the killer here.
It's just baffling to me, bro.
The majority of protesters have been peaceful.
I remember this story being passed around. Where was this passed around?
2020, I think.
Let me think about that while this continues.
That obviously are here peacefully.
Peaceful demonstrators.
There's a lot of peaceful demonstration.
Protest peacefully.
Peaceful protesters.
And so it was peaceful.
Demonstrating peacefully. But we're going to do it peacefully, respectfully.
He doesn't like the scenes of people peacefully protesting. He saw some more, some peaceful demonstrators.
The most important thing right now is that our city be peaceful.
We are having an administration that's targeting peaceful protests, people that are there to protest.
But that feeling of powerlessness and that anger that took so many people to the streets to protest peacefully.
Please maintain peaceful demonstrations the way most of them have.
Demonstrations in defense of our immigrant neighbors have been overwhelmingly peaceful.
Most of the crowds, again, that I saw, that I spoke to, that I was interacting with, these are peaceful people that want to get their message across. They brought signs. They're out with families in some places.
The vast majority of protesters and demonstrators are peaceful.
Just
peaceful.
A bunch of people having fun watching cars burn.
Nothing was happening here.
Whoa.
Pause.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No. He didn't.
No,
he didn't say that.
No, I don't think he did.
That's
either.
AI. No.
That has to be
AI.
That's a deep fake. That's a deep fake.
So,
people
having fun watching cars burn.
No.
Can we hear that again? Just
yeah,
I think we're hearing stuff, guys. I really think we're hearing things.
I'm not on drugs, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
But I am on I'm on 800 milligrams of ibuprofen, okay, per take. So I might be high.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's find. I might be. It's prescribed, people. Prescribed. Okay. I'm not just going randomly some street corner and taking it. Okay.
That's it. 800.
That's all. That's all they can give me. I would say I'm taking that with something else, but if I do that, I'm definitely gonna get found. Here we go. Let's see what they say. Here we go.
Majority of protesters and demonstrators are peaceful.
Just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn.
I'm not having a stroke.
Just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn. Having fun. Burning people's property. Just having fun. Burning property that's not theirs. Just having fun watching it burn.
I'm so in shock that my glasses came off.
Okay. One more time. One more. Okay, one more. I have to make sure that we're hearing what we heard. One more.
Yeah.
Protesters and demonstrators are peaceful.
Just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn.
Yeah.
No, I heard it. I heard right.
I heard it too. I mean,
okay.
You heard it, Jay, right? Did you hear it right?
A bunch of people having fun watching cars burn.
Yep, that's what I heard too. So we're all hearing the same thing. Okay.
All right.
Look, I know I look foreign, but I'm pretty sure my English is on point and my comprehension skills are relatively decent.
Okay. Hey. Fun.
Here, okay. Los Angeles was peaceful.
There has been no violence where anybody that was protesting hit anybody, shot anybody, threatened anybody. Nothing has happened.
A lot of these peaceful protests are being generated because the President of the United States is sowing chaos and confusion.
It was peaceful. And meanwhile, Democrats are attacking President Trump's decision to activate the National Guard, insisting the protests were mostly peaceful.
So we were covering this live on the Big Weekend show last night, watching these pictures, these aerial images that were disgusting to watch. And it was breathtaking, frankly, to see virtually every Democrat in the country come out and say, this is mostly peaceful or just straight up peaceful. And the rioting is the fault of Donald Trump and ICE.
Mostly peaceful.
Yeah, mostly.
That right there, the whole people having fun watching cars burn, that to me seals the deal for me. Get rid of them, all of them.
I remember now where I heard. I remember I remember now. The word mostly is the problem. Mostly is the problem. Remember Princess Bride? Y'all remember Princess Bride? Your friend is dead. You remember friend is mostly dead, right?
Oh,
but then the one that really applies to this is you keep using that word. I don't think that word means what you think it means.
That's exactly it.
I don't think that word means what you think it means. You keep using that word of mostly. I don't think that word means what you think it means. I think you mean it's not at all peaceful.
It's not. And you notice they keep saying the same thing. Mostly peaceful. And we did a whole episode on the Mockingbird media.
I was going to say,
and this is one of their tactics. They'll continue to say it mostly peaceful, mostly. And then you'll hear people on the left and,
say the same thing.
They'll say the same exact thing. Without watching the footage, they'll just watch the basic footage that the Mockingbird media puts out. And then they'll say mostly peaceful. And then people will regurgitate that instead of seeing the real footage from the people that were actually there.
Right.
Civilians that were actually there filming it. Oh, there it is. Mostly peaceful.
This is Kenosha. And this Negro has the guts, cojones, spine to stand in front of burning cars.
The jokes write themselves at this point. I mean,
look, Family Guy couldn't do a better job. This man is standing in front of cars aflame. They are consumed with fire. Okay, Will's look, Castro, I have made fire. Okay. Let's hear what he has to say about what's right behind him. Who wants to take a bet that this man is going to say
mostly peaceful
protest? How many's taking that bet?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what he says.
Yeah.
Now remember, your eyes are not deceiving you. Those are
literal automobiles burning.
Oh my gosh. Okay, take it away, Android 17.
Christine and Laura, what you're seeing behind me is one of multiple locations that have been burning in Kenosha, Wisconsin over the course of the night. A second night since Jacob Blake was seen shot in the back 7 times by a police officer. And what you are seeing now, these images came and come in stark contrast to what we saw over the course of the daytime hours in Kenosha and into the early evening, which were largely peaceful demonstrations.
Holy moly.
There it is.
Holy moly.
Do you notice how he just said, these are just burning, but that guy was shot 7 times in the back, y'all. Like to justify the burning of cars, okay? And while he's talking, listen to me, listen carefully. Let me back it up again. While he's talking about the word peace, they have the chyron on the bottom. Fiery but mostly peaceful protest.
Yeah.
What? Fiery. Snap, snap, pop, pop, pop. But mostly peaceful. Here in the wild. All of a sudden, you're supposed to move from Transformers to Richard Attenborough. Just like, really?
Here in the wild. Stark contrast to what we saw over the course of the daytime hours in Kenosha and into the early evening, which were largely peaceful demonstrations in the face of law enforcement. It wasn't until night fell that things began to get a little bit more contentious. Things were thrown back and forth. Police started using some of those crowd dispersal tactics like tear gas, even playing very loud sounds to push them out. And then what you are seeing, the common theme that ties all of this together, is an expression of anger and frustration over what people feel like has become an all too familiar story playing out in places from across the country, not just here in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
So what he's saying is the lack of emotional intelligence or emotional regulation justifies them destroying other people's property.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Okay.
No, but see, bro, here's the thing. What happened was these people, their property is more important than their lives. That's what I thought.
Okay. They have insurance though, right?
Yeah.
Is
liability the same as insurance? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Anyways, it doesn't matter. I mean
yeah,
human life is more important than your livelihood.
Yeah, that's true. Mostly peaceful.
You know,
theory, but mostly peaceful.
It is so peaceful that it can't help but be, be peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so good to have peaceful things being, I don't know, peaceful.
Yeah.
And because it's so peaceful, we ought to admit the fact that it's peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Peace. Peace and elbow grease. And then we have a demonstration of more peaceful protests right here. More peace. He's waving the nice flag of peace. Viva la Pisico. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to see that. Was that? It's just graffiti, folks. Don't worry about it. Just graffiti. Nothing to see here. Just
a campfire.
Just some kumbaya moments. Come to Jesus.
Yep.
Some in the background is plucking their acoustic guitar. John Denver.
Yeah.
Take me home, country roads.
And if you want to see people actually kumbayaing, here it is, kumbaya.
Protesters have taken over Los Angeles, with at least 56 people arrested this weekend as they rallied against Donald Trump's nationwide immigration raids. Authorities declared downtown LA an unlawful assembly area and ordered anyone in the vicinity to leave immediately. As
whoa. I know she wants to stand in the middle of stuff, but I want y'all to look at something down below by the cars.
And ordered anyone in the
y'all
vicinity.
See what those are? Y'all see those? Those
lime scooters?
Those are
the scooters.
They've been throwing scooters. They literally have to get their card out, rent the scooter, to chuck it over the railing at the police.
Those things are heavy.
Mind you, these are how retarded these people are. It's your card. All they have to do is get the serial number on the thing and link it back to your card to find your retarded behind. This is how slow these people are.
I just recognized that.
There's no way this is real.
It's a movie. I'm telling you.
There is no way this can't be. Bro, look, I'm sorry. You can't. No. But apparently, yes.
To leave immediately as they deployed rubber bullets and tear gas on demonstrators. Rioters have set driverless Waymo cars on fire, looted stores, and created blocks.
Driverless cars?
Yes, the Waymos.
Isn't that what you guys have been begging for? So wait, let me get this right. The left is burning the things the left wants to protest the right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Marlon, you're not high. I promise you. You're not high. Marlon, come back to us. You're not high.
Shake it off.
You're not low, but you're not high.
Woosah. Woo. Woosah. Woosah.
In the words of Denzel Washington, breathe, dog.
Breathe, Jake. Breathe. You know, anyway, continue.
On the 101 freeway. Trump ordered in 2,000 National Guard troops, placed 500 Marines on standby, and called for the arrest of anyone wearing face masks. The conflict has sparked a war of words between Trump and California Governor Gavin Newsom, who accused the president of intentionally inflaming tensions.
You know, as much as I try to use what little brain cells I have, I really am trying to. I don't have many. I maybe have 4 left, because a lot of this stuff people may not notice, but it wears on what little brain cells you, because you're trying to use them to do something they weren't meant to do, and that is to make foolish things seem smart. So they get worn down real quick. I'm still trying to figure out how this be Trump's fault when you have a track record of allowing this behavior to happen over and over.
Yeah. And how long have these deportations been going on? Trump's been in office since January, and I think it started in Chicago, correct?
Yes,
I believe so.
So how come Chicago wasn't doing this? You didn't see nationwide protests when this first started. So why now? Why at this moment in time is it starting? Because it's nothing new. They knew about this months ago. They knew that he was going to do this. He talked about doing this.
You know, yeah. Anyway, continue, lady.
Trump hit back with a social media post on Sunday demanding both Newsom and LA Mayor Karen Bass to apologize for the riots, with his border czar Tom Homan threatening Newsom and Bass with arrests. Newsom responded by simply saying, "Tom, arrest me. Let's go."
Yes, I completely agree.
Do it.
Arrest him. Look, do it. Do it. Arrest him. Yes. I'm all for it. All for it. Please do it. In fact, this will be the first time we can do something like this and it'd be completely warranted. Arrest him.
Yep.
I don't want no more bragging, no more exchanging of X tweets. Send Homan in there, walk up to his house, bust down his door, arrest him.
And snatch him up.
And I mean, do to him like they think police do to black people. Arrest him that way. Drag him, put him down, and make sure he says, "I can't breathe." Do that to him, please.
And the thing with Karen Bass, the mayor, she should have been in jail after those wildfires.
Look, man.
They should have been locked her up. Why is she still there? Yeah, get her too. Under the jail.
Now, they're planning stuff still. Like we said, there's more to come. And they have plans for a whole new different type of protest. No kings. And look at the names if in case you want to know who these people are. And there's the big one right there. The ACLU.
Yeah.
Okay. Blue Wave America, Bulletproof Pride,
Bernie.
Catholics Vote Common Good, Care and Abortion, Climate Defenders, all the left-wing retard groups are coalescing to do what they look at this nonsense.
Now, what do you think? Who do you think all these groups are funded by?
Soros.
Oh, okay, yeah, because they're all Marxist organizations, so they're all funded by George Soros. But hey, with this, what Marlon's showing is noking.org. If you guys want to see it for yourself after the show.
You know what I'm going to do? Watch this. So let's do something. Let's do a pick a random one for me. Just
Let's
a
go to
random
good one. ACLU. ACLU. That's a
Let's
big
go with
one.
ACLU.
That's
Okay,
good.
so we're gonna go over here to good old ACLU Foundation. Okay. Now let's look at some names and see what we can find. They are all about the LGBT, LMNOP, and everybody else's thing, right? The leadership is led by a woman named Deborah Archer and Anthony D. Romero. Okay, and that's since 2024. 4. So let's go down to funding. The ACLU solicits donations to its charitable foundation. You ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
Rockefeller Foundation. They are partially funded by the Rockefeller Foundation. Who is in cahoots with the Rockefellers? Mr. George Soros.
Yep. They're all Marxists, man. Dirty, nasty, stinking Marxists. That's
pick another one. Let's pick another one. Anyone.
Go to
know
Bernie.
who Bernie is. We know that.
Okay. Go to
Conservation, Colorado. Let's see what
Oh,
it's
yeah.
about.
Check that out.
Where is that one at?
It's second row.
There we go. Okay, let's do that. Conservation, Colorado.
I was curious about that when I was looking at this. Federal workers against Doge. Tell it on yourselves, guys.
Conservation, Colorado, environmental conservation. Let's see what they do. How to make an impact. Let's see. They have a donate. All right. Let's see if we donate where it goes through. Alternate ways. Let me see here. I want to do a credit card. Let me pay through credit card. Okay, hold on. Let me see terms of service. Let's see what they say. Messaging. I don't want messaging. I want to know how you're billing, who you use to bill. That's what I want. Donations through this website. The nature controversy. They don't tell you until you put the money. Oh, they're smarter this time. They don't want me to find out who they're using for the money. A one-time donation. Let's see here. Nope, won't tell me that either. All right. So this is how we do research, people. You ready for this? Let's go through the ways and means. Contact. I'm going to show you all how to do a bunch of this stuff. Donate. See, people, you have to do this in order to find out exactly who funds these people. And it eventually will make all the sense in the world when you figure it out. The SDC, IRS. They don't tell you there either. I would bet you it's Act Blue. How many people want to take a gander that's maybe Act Blue?
Oh, most definitely.
They won't tell me.
They won't always go to the FEC.
That's where we have to go to next. This is good stuff, people. I mean, who are we? Who are you anyway? Let's find out the staff and board. I'll go there. And we're up. Okay. I don't need any other answer but this right here. You ready to see the staff?
Yeah, dirty, stinking Marxist. Watch.
Kelly Nordini, CEO.
The only three males they have on board are 3 fairies. Well, sorry, might be 2. That might be a girl. 2. 1 fair. Well, yeah, 2 fairies. All female. Look at this. And then we go down to here. Oh, it'd have to have 1 darkie on there. They got 1.
He might be,
And they have repeat roles. 98% women. Yeah. These are who going to be protesting and helping protest against.
Pull up that map too. There's a map on there.
On the No Kings?
Yeah, there should be a map where it shows you where every single protest is going to be on the 14th.
Let's see here. About or attend. Maybe it's under attend. There it is.
Yep. Look at that. Look at that.
Now, you might wonder, how are they able to get that many people rounded up to do it? I have your answer right here. Look no further than this, people. Here's what they're doing. A Craigslist ad.
This to me was hilarious.
To do it.
funny.
Craigslist is what they're using now, people. Craigslist. It says, and I read, seeking extremely tough, brave men for a new crew I'm building. We are forming a select team of the toughest dudes. Okay, listen. When I was a child, we used to play a video game called Bad Dudes. Y'all remember Bad Dudes?
I remember Bad. I used to love that game.
It came around the same time as Battletoads and Double Dragon.
Okay.
But Bad Dudes was it, man. Because everybody, I'm a bad dude. You know, that's what we used to say.
Bad dudes.
This unit will be activated only when the situation demands it, but you get paid every week, no matter what. High pressure, high risk, no room for hesitation. We need individuals who do not break, panic, or fold under stress, and are basically all around kick-ass dudes. Hurrah! Physical strength, speed, conditioning is important, but mental toughness is everything. It sounds like a really bad 80s movie.
Yeah.
If you're not the biggest guy in the room, but you're the one people follow when things go bad, that's who we're looking for. We're recruiting those who are ready. Okay. Whoa.
They're gonna hit you with that soy boy kung fu. Hi-ya.
They're already hard. Why are you emphasizing hard? Like that? Look.
You know what?
Bad and ready for confrontation when necessary. However, we can train you if necessary. We're looking for mental toughness. You keep a level head under pressure. You don't panic. Bravery. You face danger head on. You don't hesitate. Never. Y'all remember on TikTok there was this guy saying, "I'm the alpha"?
Oh yeah, I remember that guy.
I do.
You bow down. Bow down to me. Bow down when you see me. I remember that clown.
People, listen.
You know, where are Jay's people when we need them, though? You know, the rooftop Koreans.
Trust me, they're there.
Yeah, man. That's what we need. We need to bring them back.
Yeah, we do.
You know, and I was around. I was in LA. I was a kid. Well, I was in high school during the LA riots. And that was kind of a big deal, man.
I don't get it, man. I really don't. Like, I'm serious, people. I don't understand how we've arrived at this particular position. I don't know. I don't know how it happened.
We know how it happened. It was all planned. It's all of this is planned. You know, planned chaos, and all of this is to lead Donald Trump to what? Implement martial law. At the end of the day, this is what they want.
Yeah.
They want him to implement martial law so they can say, "Oh, look, we told you he's a dictator. We told you he's a tyrant, and he just implemented martial law to take away our rights and take away our constitution." This is all planned. They want him to do that. Do it. That's what I say. Do it.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to worry about. Martial law. I don't do nothing anyway. Go to the gym, go to the store, come home.
Right.
Whenever I hear them talking, this is what I think of, and this is what I see in my head when the people that show up to do the protesting, this is what I see showing up. Okay, and I don't want nobody to tell me any different.
Oh, you little bastard! You want to challenge my pack? Well, I hate to say this, but I'm not the alpha that you want to challenge. Because my true alpha is right there. So if you want to challenge one of us, you have to go through all of us.
Ooh.
Ain't that right, alpha?
So true. I'm back. I stepped down because I had to. Now I'm back. So, you want to challenge? Let's challenge.
You want to fight me one-on-one? Well, listen up well. He was my trainer. So I suggest you shut up and sit your ass down.
Sit your ass down.
Before you have to deal with him.
And I'm ready.
And we're all ready.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up. We're wolves. We
And that's most of Antifa, you know. That's most of them. That's like 90-something% of them. Somebody said I could smell his bad breath. that whole video looked like it stunk.
He's got halitosis and estrogen, is what it is.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. I really, I'm trying, people. I really,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I can't breathe. I am the alpha. Okay.
I had to step down, but now I'm back.
Look, Tom Homan, please. Please, please, please go arrest these people. Please. Like, brother, please. Please do it. Do it. Please do it. Oh. I don't know how we got to this level of cringe and crazy. But we're here now. And I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it.
What would be the solution, though? Because we see the problem, and it's these monkeys. But other than putting rabid monkeys down, what would be the alternative solution to this? Because we want to offer that to people.
Man, your guess is as good as mine. I think the best option we have is to arrest Newsom. In all honesty, you have to put your foot down about it. Because here's the thing, we talk about this all the time. But and Michael, this is where I'm going to get into what my take is. Michael was saying there are innocents around. Okay, there are just people trying to live their life in Los Angeles that have no part in the stupid woke culture, and they're just bystanders. When the local government becomes unsustainable to the people that live there, you have to step in as the federal government. At this point, it's become quite clear that Gavin Newsom is derelict in his duty, and he needs to be removed. The same thing with Brandon Johnson. They all need to be removed. And if your stupidity has caused people to not just lose their livelihood, but like in the case of many places, lose their lives, you should be held accountable for those deaths. And that means treat you like the murderer themselves, because you allowed certain things to take place in your town. So you need to be arrested. I would take a different approach. Mine's a little more extreme. And please listen when I say it's my approach, not Bro's, not Lee's. My approach. I would offer whatever I was going to pay the Coast Guard and the military. I'd pay them to the people that want to leave Los Angeles. You want out? We will pay for your out, your new house, get you settled. We will relocate you on the government dime, and we will let Los Angeles burn to the ground. Let them do whatever they want there, treat it like a third world country, and let them burn it to the floor. And when it's all done, no federal funding to fix it. Not an ounce of federal dollars used to do anything in Los Angeles anymore. If y'all want it fixed, fix it yourself. Use your own damn money and fix it. But you ain't getting nothing. I mean, nothing. And all the people that want to work are the ones that will leave. Contractors will be gone. All businesses, CPAs will be gone. They're not going to hang around that hellhole.
Yep.
So go ahead and be like the Book of Eli. Stay in your little squalor, eat rats, be like Haiti. We don't care. Do what you want to do to your place. But you're not leaving though.
Right.
If the instant we gave you the option to leave, you didn't leave, we are going to wall off Los Angeles so that nobody can come out of there. You're there for good. You're going to eat what's in there. And after it's done, we'll clean up the bodies. We'll give you the option to leave. If you don't leave, stay. But we're not sending food, resources. In fact, any electricity that comes from federal, you're not getting that either.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see how quickly people start changing their minds? Do that. Give them a taste of what the actual feel like when a dictatorship steps in. Give them what it would taste like. Because they don't want run, right? They don't want the government. It'll starve you out. It's not inhumane. You decide to damage people, so there you go.
Yeah, they haven't even seen a dictatorship yet. And, I'm a true believer in deputizing law-abiding citizens. People that can pass a background check, people that are mentally stable, former law enforcement, former, military, just good people, men and women. Pass a background check and you start deputizing people. They kind of blend in, kind of like special ops does. They blend in with the community. They blend in and they're just out there helping to stop any crimes that happen. The minute criminals figure out or understand that there are probably normal citizens within their ranks that are probably cops, they'd probably start acting a little different, in the things they do, because they wouldn't know. They wouldn't know who's there to arrest them. They're just somebody that's blending in with the rest of them. So I say do that nationwide. Deputize citizens that can pass a background check, send them through a quick course on policing, give them limitations to what they can or cannot do, and put more people out there that have the ability and the authority to make an arrest or stop a crime.
This is getting out of hand. It is getting out of hand. It is getting ridiculous. And Gavin Newsom is indeed responsible 100% for what's happening. The mayor is just as culpable. She should be in jail twice, one for the fires and now for this.
Yeah.
How are people evading actual justice is beyond me. But it's
two-tiered justice system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marlon, we know how they're evading justice because they're bought and paid for. All these protesters, they fall under these organizations that are funding this whole protest. The same people that are funding the protests, they're paying off the people in charge of the city and the state to protect these people. This is why they'll get up there and say nothing's going to happen. I'll get arrested and I'll get released. They know this stuff.
Right.
So you need to cut the head off the snake, go after the people that are funding it, get rid of them, get rid of Soros, get rid of his whole foundation and any other Marxist organization that's funding this, get rid of their funding, freeze it, and you'll see these protests start to go away because these people aren't getting paid to do it anymore. Why go out there?
Right.
They're not doing this for free.
Insane to me. I do hope that the people that are not involved in this stay safe.
Yeah.
And they don't get caught up in this nonsense too badly. We'll see how it turns out. But I hope that Trump does follow through and Holman does too and arrest him, do some arrest. We'll see how it turns out.
Go ahead. Real quick, here's my prediction. Everyone knows what's going on this Saturday, the 14th. It's the Army's birthday, Flag Day, Trump's birthday.
That's
but
right.
This has nothing to do with Trump's birthday. This parade's about the Army. I have a feeling that something's brewing and Trump's going to do something on that day. So I would keep telling people, prepare yourself always before this weekend, because the way this stuff is panning out right now, anything could happen. Anything. It's too hot right now. So start preparing yourself. Go to the store, do whatever, fill your car up, make sure you got water, food, and supplies for your family for this weekend. Just prepare. If nothing happens, so be it. But if something happens, at least you're prepared. Always stay prepared. Always.
It is interesting to say the least, people. But we'll keep you posted on it as much as we can. We'll be back on Wednesday. By then, maybe things will kind of blow over or get worse. It might be both. We'll figure it out. Mr. Lee,
like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you Wednesday. Peace.
Peace.
War.